This is Cinemagasm, brought to you by Coming This Summer, brought to you by Being in Superbad, brought to you by Crushwell. Well, I mean, like, it's us because we're the...
Brought to you by the like button.
So, yeah, like and subscribe. It's our weekly podcast thing.
Brought to you by BSO Arcade.
That's true. All of them.
Yeah.
So it's like our weekly wrap-up, preview the weekend kind of, Yeah.
Talk about stuff we've been watching, movies that have come out.
Entertainment news without the stupid.
Yeah, no. We're probably just going to go down a
We don't fawn over people.
No.
Did you
No,
see?
we do not. No fawn.
So what's happened? So over the last week plus since we've
we've got some
Cinemagasm,
got some great news for DC fans. We've got some wonderful news
Go
for
on.
DC fans as James Gunn and other.
Yeah, that was a big story of the end of last week. Yeah, we didn't get into.
Peter Safran. Safran?
Sounds
Safran?
semi right.
Yeah, right. And James Gunn have now officially taken over the DC Cinematic Universe. No longer the DC Extended Universe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Throwing an E there just for no reason, just to spice it up.
Especially when you don't include the other stuff. Like if it was the DCEU, but like the TV shows counted and everything counted. Okay, that makes sense then. I see why you guys did that.
Yeah, it's extended. You put extended in your title, but
do no extending.
Shit. Yeah, right. No, it doesn't even have anything to do with the Christian Bale Batman movies.
Nothing.
About Superman. It doesn't even have to do with fucking Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern.
No, exactly. Nothing.
It's barely extended.
Now it's more extended because they're bringing back Keanu Reeves and they're doing all these things.
And it should be the MCEU because they've extended it by adopting all the Fox shit. That's extended universe. That's the MCEU, is the Fox X-Men and the...
I really like Pitch Meetings nailed it with MCU adjacent, and now everybody says that. And
do like that.
I really like that because it's being snarky, douchey about it.
It's like for Sony, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's MCU.
It's like it's caught on, and it's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, so it's adjacent.
Basically Marvel now, yeah. So DC has had its fucking problems over the past couple years, you could say.
Self-inflicted, though.
Self-inflicted problems for sure. But it seems like they're finally getting their shit together. And I hate that David Zaslav dude. But like,
speaking of, we'll pause there. You see, he's begging for more Harry Potter movies.
What?
That came out today. He's like, hey, if she's up to doing more, what's her name? The bigot.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, bigot Rowling.
Yeah.
If she's up for doing more, I'm up for making more. What's his name? Daniel Radcliffe already said I'll come back eventually when I'm ready.
Sure.
And he's currently not ready, and he's not a big fan of Bigot Magoo either.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah, and especially off
Zaslav.
Like, the heels of those Fantastic Beasts movies that are like hot fucking garbage, that are they're terrible. Like,
they haven't even decided how they're going to wrap that up now.
Harry Potter is around still. We are still getting Harry Potter movies. Like Wizarding World movies.
They want the Cursed Child continuation. He's all grown up.
kids.
We got kid stuff, and let's double dip on the kid stuff again.
Yeah. Which would be cool.
The only thing you can do is
cool.
television show it and make each season a year,
show.
and you let the kids grow up with the television show, and you sink $100+ million in every season, Lord of the Rings style, but not boring.
Cursed
like Lord of
Child
the
is a
Rings.
couple years, right? It's like
I didn't
it's
read
not
that
one school
one.
year.
That's like the one I
think it's
didn't.
I think it's like all
That
Hogwarts
story's-
years into one.
Okay,
But it's like
that
his
book
kid.
is a.
I didn't read it.
It's
yeah.
I didn't read the whole thing, but I know a lot of
Yeah.
Harry Potter freaks, and I've Cliff Notes it, and there's some issues.
Okay. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a play. It was like the stage
That's
play
what
brought
I
into
thought.
a book,
Yeah,
but
right.
it's canon,
But
even
it
though
didn't
most, I
work,
guess,
yeah.
Harry fans don't like.
So
anyway, sorry.
While Warner Brothers is still
We were just on the topic.
garbage, you know what I mean? DC hopefully will be more on the level of Marvel now. And if Zaslav doesn't have anything to do with fucking DC from this point on, and is just James Gunn and Peter Safran,
Which all the
like,
people that are giving them hate, it's like, I don't know what you guys
what
want.
do you want? Yeah.
There's only so many options.
What do you
We
want?
love The Rock. Now we don't because there's no more Snyderverse. We
Kevin
love
Feige
James Gunn. We don't
cannot
love
be
him.
in charge of both the MCU and the DCU.
And Zaslav called Feige and tried to
And
steal
he
him from
tried
Disney.
that. You don't know, because then what happens to Marvel? You know what I mean? No, nobody would ever walk away from that job ever. Like,
I think eventually he will.
Okay, but not
Once
at the height.
once it's like you've already plotted it so far and you're like, where do I go from here? Then it's like, I'm gonna hand this off to my buddy over here
I'm going to
because
DC.
I'm done.
Yeah, right, yeah. But now, like, when you have Secret Wars coming out in a couple years, like...
No, which by the way, this is another news. The brothers Russo came out and said that they won't be ready to work with Marvel until the end of the decade.
I heard that, which...
Shenanigans.
basically until...
They're
like,
lying. because they will direct, and you're hearing it here, and you can post it everywhere. They will direct Secret Wars. There's interviews from them 10 years ago saying their ultimate Marvel
Secret Wars, that is true.
Dream job would be the Secret Wars, but they don't know if it'll ever be able to be made. Guess what's being made in about 4 years?
Isn't somebody already?
Nope, only the Kang one got announced, and they said they haven't figured out who's directing. It's them. And why do you, just like it wasn't going to be called Endgame. Remember that? Yeah. It's not Endgame, guys. Nice try. It's definitely not Endgame. What was the name of the movie? Yeah. It was Endgame.
What was it, like Annihilation or some shit? It was the title. Yeah. Fucking whatever.
I don't trust a word they're saying. They want people to not think about it, and I almost guarantee that they're going to be the ones that do Secret Wars. Okay. It would make no sense. That's their dream comic. They literally made one of the biggest movies of all time that no one talks shit about, and Marvel's not going to go,
no.
There's the Brink truck. Whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. They're not going to be like, nah.
Oh, we'll give you want to come back in another when we're doing something else?
Give it to the Shang-Chi director.
Yeah. You come back when we're like a whole 2 phases past Secret Wars. No, that's not it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons they started delaying the projects also.
Okay.
And they've already kicked out the movie from 5 to 6. So that's almost the end of the decade already. They kicked that out one more year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and Endgame was like 2008 or 2018, so it will be almost, So.
I think they're full of it. No one's even questioning that. It's like, see, they're busy. They got open their own studio, which I agree on all that.
They might not be lying, but they might not be telling the whole truth.
They're gonna work on.
They wouldn't not do Secret Wars.
That's what I'm asking. If you get hired, me and you got hired by Marvel.
That's what I was.
And we're just happy
that
we're there.
Yeah.
But we have a dream thing that we don't ever think they'll make, and then now you find out 10 years later they are gonna do it. You're not gonna not come back to do it.
Right.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Well, we got to write the Nova series, and now 10 years later they're doing Annihilation, which is like a big space event.
Right. And I'm busy. We opened up our own studio. We got other stuff going on. That's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. They're full of it. Yeah. You guys, we know we're gonna be. It's fine.
We know.
It's fine.
We know. You can call and tell us. We'll pick up the phone. Yeah.
But sorry, back to DC.
So James Gunn's taken over. He did Suicide Squad, and that was pretty much it, and everybody loved it. And so.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, which
right.
was fucking great. Which a fucking character from Peacemaker shows up in Black Adam. A side character from Peacemaker shows up.
So the Feigeisms have already begun.
Already. Immediately, Black Adam. Already reference to another thing. That doesn't fucking matter.
But it can if you want it to.
The Snyderverse Justice League in it.
But see, that's why you do it. If you do it the Marvel way, then you don't have to go back and watch it, but you can because now there's a reference point.
You can. Yeah. But it doesn't matter either because when I was watching that, I'm not like, that's from Peacemaker show.
Speaking of, you saw Black Adam.
No, trust me. I thought an actress was an actress, and they're not. They're so not. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Well, no, but I was gonna. Oh, I got you.
I couldn't have been.
No, I wasn't gonna say it, but I was gonna say. But you saw Black Adam, and we haven't done the video review yet.
No, but I'll give my first thoughts. I think when I walked to that theater, my first thought was, well, I got paid. I don't
think it was
know
a good
about
enough
how other people feel, but I got paid.
The fact that there's this raging hate boner on this movie for them to want it to be a massive failure and flop, it's not, guys.
Movie.
It might be disappointing because the budget's a little out of control, but it's not a flop.
No.
And sometimes you have to invest in a character. This is a character that 90% of people didn't know who the hell it was, and it's going to end up making roughly $400 million worldwide,
with
probably
also other
on nobody.
Like Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, Hawkman. Nobody.
But we got comments. By the way, he's super comic guy and knows all this stuff. So when he says things, a lot of time it's tongue in cheek. I'm like, oh, Dr. Fate was before Guys. You have to understand. He lives in smartass land.
I think Doctor Strange was. One of them was a response to the other.
Right. Strange was a response to Fate. Yeah. But it's like, just because when he says they got their own Doctor Strange, he's not saying that means Marvel designed Doctor Strange first, ha ha ha. He means it from like they're finally deciding from a cinematic standpoint to start going ahead and doing what they said they were never going to do and just kind of copying Marvel's template. Because there's nothing wrong with taking something that's successful and trying to tweak it yourself.
And they made Dr. Fate is like a completely different
And that's
character.
what you said.
Yeah.
So...
Like, he's got some of the same powers, but it's just like wizard magic powers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Doctor Strange can pretty much do fucking anything at this point.
And it's okay to copy and change a little because Batman's awesome and Iron Man's awesome. And they're the same fucking character.
Right.
They are literally the same character.
Iron Man's more like
two genius billionaires that have their own suits that fight crime. Holy shit.
Yeah.
it's like I don't give a shit who was invented first. It's like that's not what we're talking about, guys. Like we're trying from a purely entertainment standpoint. Yes, we're nerds. Yes, we know the history, but that's
Marvel,
not
like direct fucking Justice League that they made, where it's like Hyperion and it's just Superman.
Oh, there are some super ripoffs.
Fast Guy, you know.
But that's not normally like when we're like reviewing a movie or critiquing a movie.
Nighthawk.
Scoring a movie, exactly. We're not like, well, I would have given this movie an 8, but you understand, 78 years ago, DC decided. No, that's not what we're watching the movie for. You know what I'm saying?
Black Adam was an achievement for The Rock, and that's what made it a cool movie. 15 years basically.
Let me ask you a question. What did you think it was better than the last Wonder Woman movie? I'm asking honestly. I don't need a score. I'm just asking.
It was better than the first Wonder Woman.
Okay, that's 2. Was it better than Aquaman?
Yes.
There's 3.
Okay.
Slightly better?
Barely.
Okay, no, I'm just okay. What about Shazam?
Probably on par. I actually probably like Black Adam more. Because
that is saying a lot.
Shazam is straight up by the numbers origin.
Right.
He's learning his powers.
That's the last profitable DC movie.
And he gets his powers
by the way. That's the only profitable DC movie since I think the Nolan trilogy.
And Suicide Squad wasn't in
because I don't think Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel broke even.
Yeah. Batman
did not do great.
Yeah, I totally forgot Batman.
Oh, that new Batman.
Yeah.
But I mean like the DCU.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I know now everything's a little convoluted.
We'll find out soon. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, Shazam and Black Adam are in the DCU.
So basically, what I'm asking is if you walked in, if you're a DC fan, but you're not like a snobby douchebag that wants it to fail because you've fallen in love with a different corporate's version of the thing, and you just walked in to watch a DC movie.
I got paid. Yeah.
That's okay. That's
when Dr. Fate shows up and it's fucking James Bond, Pierce Brosnan. I'm like, and he's like in an Aston Martin, like a fucking James Bond car. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, you don't have to do anything else. And it pans over and he like touches the like helmet and it's like practical. And I'm like goosebumps tearing up because like Dr. fucking goddamn Fate is on screen right now. And he pops the fuck off in the movie, dude. He gets like a dedicated scene to like, this guy fucks shit up, okay? Just fucks shit up. There's like, he multiplies himself with magic and like 20 of them are piling on the big bad guy. All while like Pierce Brosnan is like talking VO like reverb, you know, to like Black Adam in a different place.
Can't wait to go see this,
like, holy shit, dude. I'm like,
holy shit.
Yeah, this movie has no right to be this cool. But like, fucking Hawkman's legit. His mace, he does.
So
like,
there's your non-spoiler review here.
He does like a and it like turns into a giant battle axe, and it's like, fuck yes, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm getting paid every day. You know, Shazam is taking point in the DC universe. Are you kidding me? That's just for me, man.
Well, that's why I'm trying to like.
For me, Shazam is my fucking favorite DC character.
I just feel like certain movies are under a microscope way more than it needs to. Like, as much as people gave Morbius shit, they still almost like rallied behind it to make it a meme movie and to cheer it on.
Black Adam is just purely getting shit on.
Just because.
Yeah.
And I cannot. It's like, oh, The Rock's out here trying to be It's like, it's
funny. Like, it's got heart. It's fucking badass. You know what I mean? Like, what?
I mean, the audience scores of the non-douchebags are pretty high compared to the critic scores. So
it's not Endgame. It's a movie. You get really high when you watch it. You need a fuck ton of popcorn.
It's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at that trailer
it's a Fast and the fucking Furious movie.
If it's better than anything Sony puts out,
it is.
Then you're fine.
It was. Yeah.
If it's not Morbius or it's not an Andrew Garfield sequel, and again, he was great, but the movie's, if it's better than that.
It's not a perfect movie either.
That's not what I'm saying.
So many problems.
What's what I say? Is it better than the lowest bar of comic book movies? And people need to shut up then. Yeah. Would you watch that over Batman versus Superman?
I'll tell you this. It's better than the movie would have been if it came out 15 fucking years ago.
I bet.
I bet. Right? Probably. Fuck. Oh my god!
I just don't understand. Like,
oh my god,
it's a character that nobody knows, and it still made that much money based on purely the. Should have made $800 million.
$50 million.
But it's like, but who?
Yeah,
but
no.
But it's Black Adam. And everyone's like, well, Iron Man made more. Iron Man's still more popular than Black Adam.
He's the villain of the joke of the DC universe, like Shazam. Like,
right.
Nobody likes fucking Shazam. He's fucking Shazam. What do you mean? You know? And then now there's the bad guy of the guy nobody cares about. What? Well, how many people you think give a shit about that guy then? Probably not a lot.
Right.
You know? That Redditor who slayed me on Reddit really cared about Black Adam, though. You know.
It's like, I don't know what you're looking for sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Fucking.
No, budget's too high. Or it's like, is it your money?
Speaking
All these people
of movies with the word black in them, Black Panther.
This coming this Friday.
He's called Teth Adam the whole movie, which I guess is like his like
old slave name or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they call him that the whole time, and it like sucks. And then at the end, it's like Teth Adam's kind of dated. What should we call you? Title card. You know, like. Okay.
That's the name of the movie.
Nobody says Black Adam in the movie.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I pulled that Pierce Brosnan clip for the trailer where he says Black Adam.
Black Adam. Black Adam.
Yeah. Black
Adam says.
Yeah. Speaking of Black Panther, finally, MCU.
The end of Phase 4
as
as we know it.
Yeah. Movies, end of Phase 4 movies as we know
Yes.
it. Finally, all you assholes can shut up because you change a number from a 4 to a 5, and now magically everything's fixed. You know.
I already know now. Why couldn't the rest of the Phase 4 movies have been like this one? It's coming. It's coming.
Every video right now is the problem with Phase 4. Yeah.
You're either gonna get that, or you're gonna get couldn't even fix it in Black Panther. All these armchair movie producers.
You have one last chance, and it's
say what?
Neckbeard
You spend your $200 million on your CGI Fest comic book movie, and we'll judge it for you, and we'll see how that goes.
We made 30 seconds of Infinity War for $0.
God, the people, man.
Yeah,
especially they don't even like remotely work anywhere near the industry.
No.
We can say we're industry adjacent.
We got our toes in.
Yes.
Yeah, industry adjacent.
I can say I've sat down with literal producers of a movie made by Paramount and helped do rewrites.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Right. Yeah. Joe Schmo Neckbeard talking about how Black Adam doesn't have hair.
Yeah, they really overjudged the budget on it. Shut up. Who are you?
They used every ounce.
Did
of
they
their
knock
budget
on your
in
door
that
and say,
movie.
"Hey, it's a Spirit Bomb style movie making process, so we need $40 from everybody"? No, they didn't. So if it flops, you won't see another one, but you're not paying. I hate that. I'm a number. You know, I'm a nerd with the numbers and stuff, and I love math. And I love tracking that stuff, but I'm never like personally offended.
No.
You know what I mean? How they spent $100 million on that movie and only made $30 million. Who do I need to
call? They spend $100 million on everything now. Every movie costs $100 million because that's how much movies
do I agree?
Cost.
Could they have made the movie cheaper to make money?
About 6 different CGI characters. You're lucky it cost that little. You know what I mean? For 2 hours long. You don't know shit.
By the way, if Black Adam would have come out just 2 or 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, after or around Endgame, with the hype of comic book movies at their all-time high, it would have done better.
Yep.
Just based on everything did better.
Crashing from their high.
But Spider-Man was the peak. No Way Home was the peak, and now we're people. I shit on people that constantly are always like, "Well, that genre's over." I don't think it's ever going to be over.
No.
But No Way Home was it.
Peak is gone.
Endgame and No Way Home was it.
We're on the down.
We're definitely on the other side of the mountain. Now, there are always going to be huge movies, and they're always going to be big, and we're always going to have a couple records here and there.
There'll be another cliff on the
but
way
we're
down.
never going to be that high again. And people just, the expectations, I think, are just...
No, there's a peak now, and we're going down, but there could be like a little...
Might be a little more... They will. There'll be peaks and valleys,
here.
but we're never going to get to Everest again.
Like Ant-Man 3 might be a little bit of a climb. Guardians 3 might be a little, we might get
but we're definitely
back-to-back 2 really good fucking movies for MCU.
I think what's going to happen now is the next phase is they're going to definitely be better movies across the board, but everyone's going to say... they're going to continue to grow slower because people are going to blame Phase 4 for not going to see Phase 5, even though Phase 5 will be better. That's what's going to happen.
Because now Phase 4 is done setting everything up, and
the good movies are coming out now.
The first thing of Phase 5 has Kang in it. So shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up as far as I'm concerned.
No, we already got Kang, though. We got him in Loki, and it was great. And he stole almost the whole series.
He Who Remains.
Yeah, but it's still him.
It's not.
It's one of his variants. But he steals the whole series.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, and he's in it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's the best part. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Anyway.
Black Panther. So I think our expectations are probably similar for this movie. Like, I'll probably watch it. Maybe. I'm going to flip a coin.
I think the first one is one of the weaker MCU movies.
It's not
so
bad.
I don't think it's bad.
No.
But I think this might end up being better for me because I don't have the expectations that some people have. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think they handled T'Challa better in the assembly movies than they did in Black Panther. So
yeah.
Civil War, he's amazing.
Yeah. He's fucking great.
He's great in Civil
Yeah.
War.
And Black Panther, he kind of blows. Yeah. Black Panther
He's a big softy baby in Black
not
Panther.
the best movie. Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm going to rip your throat out,
Yeah.
you know, in Civil War.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know, now we... Like, I hated that.
Black kitten.
He's a black kitten. You know, and that's why I think that, you know, and I get it. And it's like the girlfriend, and they're alluding to the kid, and then
his dad's dead now.
But his dad died in Civil War,
Yeah,
and he's like, I kill everybody.
Because his dad.
And I'm over it though.
But his dad just died.
Right.
Though.
You'd still be like, the
Black Panther, I think, picks up on the funeral for his dad.
So you still should be like raging, flaming,
right.
ready to kill everyone on fire,
really
and it's
not.
like, no.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fine.
Well, because also Killmonger's in that movie, and you can't have like two raged.
Well, see that, but my problem with that is Killmonger kills it so much harder than
he would have been a really good
Black Panther. And I love, and I'm not saying like he's better as.
And Chadwick Boseman.
It's great. I love Chadwick
as
Boseman.
A bad guy,
they
though.
probably maybe could have switched it. Yeah.
Man.
I don't know,
dude. I don't know if that's disrespectful to say now.
I love
yeah,
him in the
just an
movie.
opinion.
I think the way it's written, they should have made him just as crazy, as aggressive as Killmonger.
The scene where Black Panther first arrives in Civil War, when it's like Bucky jumps out of the roof and it's like him right there, and he's like fucking running.
Yeah,
like
Terminator
like,
style. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
Got the claws
what
and
the fuck. Yeah. Oh my god, it ruled. Yeah, I love Black Panther from the comics.
And it's like,
man.
now we must peace. Everything's peace. All right, guys.
I like Black Panther the character. I was never like, I don't care who's in the suit.
Right.
Fuck T'Challa. What? His dad's named T'Chaka, and he's named T'Challa. What?
Let's call the whole thing off. T'Challa.
But
it works.
But his costume, bro, like Black Panther in the comics and like the animated like specials they used to do, you know, whatever, when we were going before MCU stuff, like Black Panther was awesome. He'd show up in the Spider-Man cartoon like once. Yeah. You know, when he goes to Wakanda.
That Spider-Man cartoon is amazing.
It's fucking great.
You got Morbius, you got Daredevil, you get
Everybody.
Kingpin, man. Everybody shows up in that thing.
Morbius,
yeah.
Where he's got suction hands.
His slicked back hair.
Dude.
Spider-Man.
In his trench coat.
In his terrible, whatever accent that is. Russian Transylvanian accent.
Yeah. He's from Transylvania. That's what it is.
I'm here to help the Spider-Man. Arnold?
Yeah. It's Arnold and Adam Sandler from Hotel Transylvania. Yeah.
I don't say blah, blah, blah.
So I want to do a new segment. What we've been watching.
Okay.
You got a show that just dropped that you kind of put your
I
eyes
did.
on.
This came out yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
Or the day before, if you're getting this up on Saturday. If you give me the audio today, this will be up there.
The day before that day before, if I get it up on Sunday.
Netflix in full go fuck yourself fashion released a show called Blockbuster. Yeah. I mean, really. You want to talk about disrespectful from the Being a Super Bad show earlier. Talk about, what's the old thing?
I probably would have watched the show if it was a family video show.
What did they used to do in the shooters? They used to do the teabagging, like where you That's what this feels like an old middle 2010s teabagging on Blockbuster.
Space Force didn't work.
You know, and the premise is what you think it is. It's supposed to be the last Blockbuster and them dealing with battling Netflix and all this other stupid stuff. I'm 2 episodes in.
Kind of ironic that show is on a streaming service.
That's why, though. It's like super.
Isn't it meta? Yeah. Aren't we cool, Bart?
The cast on paper.
Yeah, you were telling me about the cast, and it sounds like a pretty.
Randall Park.
Solid.
I'm forgetting. Melissa Romero, I think is her name.
Yes,
Amy Santiago.
Yeah.
I got her name right.
Nice.
She's actually the weakest part of the show.
What?
I was actually super I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's definitely one of my favorite sitcoms, especially workplace comedy sitcoms. The last 2 seasons, there's something off about her writing. I've said this to other people, and I don't know what it was. They almost tried to they went from she was A-type, super tightwad, OCD, to goofy as
she wants to have fun.
Shit.
Yeah, she wants everybody to think she's like the fun,
right,
easygoing. Well, doesn't she gets promoted and moved?
Right, and she's a sergeant, but now she's like the least sergeant she is the entire series that she is. They kind of continue that personality, where she's a hard ass, but yet she's also this oh shucks kind of.
Oh yeah, right.
But she's also like a bitch.
Oh.
So you're like,
what's going on there?
And then Randall Park plays this I'm really dumb. I'm so dumb, but I'm actually deceptively smart. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, it's just so tropey. And I feel like maybe he has to stretch his legs for a few episodes, and they got to work out the tropiness of it. Okay. But I'm honestly...
Is that it? It's just those two?
No, and then JB Smoove, who owns the Party City and then the plaza in the neighborhood that it's supposed to... JB Smoove's daughter.
Oh, that's right. You're saying.
And then, like, this old lady, because they always have the old lady. And then they also have a regular white girl who's really dumb.
Oh.
Dumb white girl, normal black girl, super old white lady.
So a workplace sitcom.
And they're like
with half the characters of The Office.
Oh, and then like I can't believe I forgot this when I was talking about it with you earlier. There's a guy, also teenage, early 20s. You're supposed to be your age guy that works there.
Oh,
I totally forgot about him.
Okay.
I can't tell, and I'm not trying to be funny. I can't tell if he's trying to bury his accent. If the directors and studio said, we need you to white it up. I'm not being funny. Like, I'm being sincere now. Because he has this, like, almost Spanish accent that comes through randomly. So I can't decide. It's definitely not like a show thing where they're like, this guy will have an accent that bleeds in and out. But you're going to watch. I almost want you to watch it because I want you to hear. Yeah. Because the accent in the second episode is way less than the accent in the first episode. So I'm like, clearly he's trying to act. Either that or he just has a really, really weird accent.
In between episodes they shot. Yeah, he forgot all his vocal acting classes. Yeah.
I will say the pilot is weak. It gets better in the last 10 minutes. And the second episode is definitely better than the first. 10.
10. Okay.
You know, and it's 25 minutes. It's a Netflix sitcom.
Much as you need. Yeah.
It's shot amazingly. It's shot very much like a single camera, nice, high quality. Is it
at least like nostalgic? Is it like that's fucking Blockbuster?
Yeah, it looks like Blockbuster. They're all wearing the shirts. They all have their cards. The thing is the cases. It's all Blockbuster. Right. Yeah. But that's my other problem with the show. I was telling you.
Weird gumball machine.
There's not enough Blockbuster stuff. It's like a regular sitcom that happens to take place at Blockbuster.
It's not like somebody comes in that's a really good customer and rents a movie that they always have.
That does happen in the beginning.
Doesn't have. Oh.
Well, not like that. Like a guy comes in and they're like, "Oh, we finally got you back in." And he's like, "Oh, you know, because of Redbox." He's like, "It's been 3 years since the late fees." He's like, "I'll let it go." Chuckle. And they're like trying to talk him into renting some movie that, to make him feel better because his wife left him or something, and like something that's not on the streaming services.
No, I'm talking about a customer walks in, they need this movie.
But this is about like the guy walks in, he's like, I need a movie like this, and they're like, and they all give their opinion on what he should rent, like the old school kind of, and that's as close as you're getting. No. It's super disappointing. Yeah. Like I was actually looking for. I love anything Randall Park does is great. Like Young Rock, he's in Young Rock. He's one of the main characters, and he's great in Young Rock.
Yeah, Jimmy Woo.
And he's great in the MCU, man. Yeah. It's funny because you can tell that they are like, he's strong, so we got to keep dumping stuff on him. Yeah. And just something about like his chemistry with Amy Santiago's chemistry, it's not there yet. And him and JB Smoove,
that's a weird they cast. You know what I mean? Like Amy Sandberg and her was like, oh yeah, well that makes sense because they're both like young adults.
And I don't know if I believe JB Smoove is too right out of Curb. Like,
oh, really?
I don't think I'd believe that they would be friends because he's too much of a dick to Randall Park. Like you'd go, all right, bro, I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's funny.
It's not fun, though.
Like me and you watching from the outside, but like as a friendship relationship, you'd go,
you're just being an
kind of a dick. Like, speaking of other things I'm watching, my kids got me finally watching Stranger Things.
Okay.
I'm like halfway through the first season now.
What do you think?
It's not a bad show. Hopper, the dude who plays Hopper, carries the entire. Carries it 5 times. That guy's back must absolutely hurt for how much he carries that show.
That doesn't change.
I didn't think so.
He carries the series.
He is charismatic. He's funny. He kills the drama scenes. He is so on point. Like, I can't believe how good he is. He's
the best.
Winona Ryder's good too.
I was so happy
She's
when
good
he
too.
appears in Black Widow, bro, as like
he was great in Black
Guardian.
Widow.
Yeah, he's hilarious, and now he's gonna be in fucking Thunderbolts. Yeah, dude.
But I don't get the relationship of the actual boys,
the kids?
Because they all seem like they fucking hate each other. All of them.
Especially the one who disappeared.
Screw you. Fuck you. I hate you. Why are we hanging out with this retard? She sucks. It's like, what the hell is happening?
You're 8. Yeah.
Like, why do you all hate each other? Why do you hang out all the time?
Bikes. Yeah, what? Yeah.
It's like because no one else will hang out with them, so they all hang out with each other. That's the one thing I think is really weird. And my son, like, idolizes all these kids like they're best friends, but it's like, okay, he's seen it all pretty much. So maybe they get closer because you've watched it for years. They grow up together or whatever. But halfway through the first season, I'm like, man, they're all dickheads.
Yeah, they're all like baby dickheads.
Yeah, and the only one that's like kind of nice is the kid who's missing the teeth, and they all shit on him.
Yeah, they do.
And he's like the nicest kid in the world, and they all just shit on him for being nice. Like, hey guys, can we just please get along? Yeah. And they're like, shut up.
It's like, no, I want to bang this bald chick with waffles. Yeah, what? What the fuck? Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I get why people. Yeah. I get it. But man,
season one is probably the best. If I'm not,
I will say, I don't want you to spoil anything for me.
Season 4 is probably the coolest one.
But it's pacing very much like I feel like I know what's gonna happen. Like, I have a feeling Will's not dead. Not just a ghost. I have a feeling that what's her name that gets taken in the first episode isn't dead either. Barbara, thank you. They probably didn't kill Barbara. I will say they write this is one of the best school character written people. Like the dude who looks like young Sonic, who plays Steve. He looks so much like him, it's disgusting. Yeah.
He's great.
They have the high school kids written like douchebag high school kids. Not like over the top, they're 27 playing high school kids.
Season 4, they're like out of high school and like probably my age.
Right.
So they're like a little better. And like now the kids are in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
But so like I actually do like that writing. Yeah. I don't feel like Cobra Kai.
There's a trend of the start of every Stranger Things seasons where it's like new character you haven't seen before is like
bad guy.
Or probably not going to last
the victim.
The season. Yeah. Like,
so they go full horror tropey.
Kind of a spoiler, but it's like, this super likable character that's brand new to the season, probably
either going to be bad or die.
He's going to die.
Right.
Yeah. They do that in season 4, and it's kind of a light spoiler, but like the death is so bad and like not necessary, and he literally like just sacrifices himself so the character can die. Yeah. Like because that's
there's some writing there.
Wrote. Yeah. No. It serves nothing. It's like he sacrificed himself, but the thing that he needed to do to sacrifice himself already happened. Yeah, so it serves no purpose.
It's one of those things where I feel like if they had their way, they probably wouldn't have done anything more than 2 seasons. But because 8 trillion people watch it.
Metallica song in fucking hell. It's amazing. Fucking A, dude. Yeah.
So those are the 2 things I've been trying to get through.
I've been catching up on my I went through the whole Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I finished my rewatch of Breaking Bad way quicker than I thought I was going to, so I jumped right into
one of, if not the best written show of all time.
One of, if not the best written, that now has
purely written
a movie with just as good writing, with better cinematography,
a prequel and a sequel
show with almost better writing. Yeah, so
it's the lawyer show you wanted She-Hulk to be.
It's the lawyer show,
the drama comedy that has weekly lawyer things in it.
Yep. That there are some problems with Better Call Saul where it's like and it might be just because I'm not really watching it. I'm like editing while it's on.
And you have to remember they are writing that to fit into a universe of something that already exists. So they have to
be at a point.
They have to squeeze.
Yep. So like Mike, he's in there. Like Gus shows up eventually. Polios Hermanos, that's all in there. We get all the names, all the references.
Nice.
And Bob Odenkirk
that guy's a fucking man.
Fucking murders that role.
Guy's the man.
Murders that role. And I'm like, man, dude, I'm pissed we didn't get more of him in Breaking Bad. You know what I mean?
That's why he got his own show, though. People,
not a lot of Saul in Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? And it's like every time he shows up on screen, you're like, "Fuck,
that's the man."
That's the man. He's supposedly in talks to join the MCU in the Wonder Man series.
I was gonna see if you saw that.
As like a Hollywood executive.
Allegedly, supposedly he's gonna be his agent.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do that.
I would almost say that's confirmed. He just gave an interview not that long ago. Oh, what was I listening to? He basically said that was his next thing is he wants to join the MCU, and now these reports are coming out.
But as a superhero, though, no.
That's perfect, though. Perfect. A mouthpiece?
Oh, it's perfect.
Have him as a mouthpiece?
That's perfect. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. If Vincent D'Onofrio wasn't already a good Kingpin, I would almost say Bob Odenkirk, but he's just not maybe big enough,
Okay, yeah.
Attitude,
I got you.
Definitely. But
that's why I would actually cast Paul Giamatti. I think he would fucking rock it as Kingpin.
Okay. He should have been Kingpin in the
and I like Vincent. I like Vincent. Yeah. I do. He's great and he kills it now, and that's like his role because he loves it. But man, Paul Giamatti, fucking Rhino, make him Kingpin. He's so unhinged when he gives those like crazy speeches, and he's like, oh my God, I give me goosebumps, man. He would have just slayed it as Kingpin, dude.
Wow.
I can't think of what else I'd give him though.
No.
That he needs to be in
Rhino
the
wasn't
MCU.
bad. Oh, you mean Bob Odenkirk?
No,
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bob Odenkirk's already got his spot lining up, so we can't even help him.
No, I think that's a perfect spot for him. Yeah.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti was good as Rhino. I was really excited for him to be Rhino.
I mean, they could still do that because how they fixed everything now.
Dr. Doom.
No.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Paul Giamatti Thing would not be fucking bad, dude. Holy shit.
I don't hate that.
How was he not the Thing in the original Fantastic Four movie?
I don't hate that.
How was Paul Giamatti not the Thing?
The dude who played him actually did look like
Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he did.
Yeah, he actually.
Yeah, he did.
The dude who played Walt's brother in Breaking Bad could be the Thing also. The cop, the DA's brother. Yeah, Hank could absolutely play the Thing.
Yeah, dude.
Even now, even older, I don't even care.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah. So I totally would recommend if you like Breaking Bad and you have like
you were into the Bees. You had Black Adam, Breaking Bad,
Black
Better
Panther.
Call Saul,
Bel Camino. Yeah. So if you like Breaking Bad and you were a super fan of that and you just want more of like that world, I would. And if you had like kind of reservations,
see, I'm a nerd. Like I watch everything, but there's some things I don't because I'm always like. So it's like,
are they gonna butcher it?
Yeah. So years go by.
The Jesse movie after Breaking Bad literally picks up right after the end of the show and fulfills his story.
Yeah, you told me go ahead and watch. I was nervous about that because I was like, if they kill my boy and butcher that whole thing after everything he went through, I'm like, I'm going to be really fucking mad. I don't want to sit there for 2 hours to watch him get tortured again after he did for 5 seasons. No. Like the whole point of Breaking Bad story arc was
Jesse gets paid.
Walt turns in from like a decent, good person into the worst, and Jesse goes from the worst kind of scum to a decent person.
Yeah.
Like D&D, that's how you do character development. And then still Walt managed at the very end to go, I really am not a bad piece of shit.
Yeah.
I let all this get out of
the bad hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and make up for it. God, that show is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's believable. Like his turn to turn back to the light is
so believable.
Believable.
My first watch, and until I rewatched it, I thought that was based on a goddamn true story, bro.
It's believable. He walks in. He's like, I'm going to die, but I'm going to save you. So don't worry about it.
That show was based on real life fucking events.
I remember that. You told me,
That's how good it is. That's how fucking awesome that writing is. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I had to look it up if it was a real story.
That whole last season, when they build it up, when you don't know what's happening at the snow thing, and he's like going to the trunk and he's like buying all these things, all for that gun to save Jesse, and you have no fucking idea what he's doing for like 12 episodes, and it's because he was building that super fucking gun to go mow down those fucking bikers and save Jesse, and you're like, holy shit, he redeemed himself. The whole episode, you're hating him more and more and more. You're watching it, and the whole time. That's what I'm saying. The whole season, I mean. And at the end of it, he was actually redeeming himself the entire. I was like, God, that's writing. That's.
Nope. God. Even though he's the reason Jesse's there.
Right, but still, he made up for it. But Jesse also made the bad decisions to team up with him. Like that's kind of Jesse kind of got what he deserved for a while, but then at the end, by then you're like, okay, the dude's done his sentence. Let him go.
Yeah. They keep him in a cage.
And Walt knew there was no going
the guy
back.
Who, like keeps him in the like Todd or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like
creep ass Todd.
Camino. He shows up in like flashback scenes. Yeah, he's like in it.
Yeah, I should watch that.
I'm like, oh shit, and I was like clicking through, and he like shows up, and I'm like,
that dude slayed it.
He's not dead. I mean, he gets his fucking throat cut open in the fucking finale. Like he's not dead, you know. So like I'm looking through El Camino, and he shows up, and I'm like, that's got to be a flashback. Yeah, right.
Todd was great. That guy came off so creepy. Like he starts like, I'm just an innocent guy, and then he's like,
they bring him back.
Fucking eat your brains.
Like fatter, and it's like, oh, he just look gross now. Yeah. Ugh.
Well, he was the bad guy in Jungle Cruise. Remember? He plays like the weird Indiana Jones bad guy, like the Nazi guy that's, you know, like, I need the whatever we're looking for, the MacGuffin. It's him. Yeah, he plays a good creepo.
Whoa.
It's definitely Creepo Magoo.
He's like, talking to the bees. That movie sucks.
Let me tell you something. It's a ride. It's literally Pirates of the It's literally Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's not a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
I decide that it exists in that world because it has to. That is pirates all day. Johnny Depp could sail by in a boat, and I go, okay, no, that makes sense. I got you. Right. Let's put them together.
The Rock and Johnny Depp,
and have like Captain Jack with that captain together, and have them.
Okay.
I take that.
He's not a captain anymore. Remember, he's in London driving cars because he's not immortal.
I forgot.
So did everybody else on the planet.
Well, like the end, I remember like 30 minutes left. I go, he's dead. She's going to save him. He's not going to. And everybody in my house, my kids are looking at me. I went and had to do something. I came back and I totally missed the end because
what happened?
It was
that
happened.
That exact thing happened. Yeah.
Oh, he's not even. He's a ghost. They went with that. What is that movie? That's like a trope of the horror movie where it ends up. It's the Sixth Sense trope too.
Yeah,
he was dead the whole time.
What?
Just like Johnny Depp. There's like the Pirates movie.
Yeah.
Like,
well, when you kill off your main character halfway through the fucking movie, they're probably not dead. Like the Rock gets like impaled and like falls on like 8 branches, and he like
I'm still alive.
They literally animate a scene of him dying, and it's like no,
hits every branch on the way down, and he's there 20 minutes later. Yeah,
with a sword through his chest.
Turns out.
Yeah.
It's just like Pirates. It's like, oh, so you actually had a coin too, so you can't be killed either. So why have I been stressing this whole time?
Yeah, there you go. That's all. Yeah. All right. What
else we had? No, there's a bunch of but Christmas stuff's coming up.
Christmas stuff is
we
coming
needed
up.
to cover the trailer. They announced a Christmas story.
That's not the name of it.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I love it.
That's terrible.
It's amazing.
Christmas story.
It's on the nose. As nose as you can get it.
Nah, I'm king on the nose.
And 8-bit Christmas was great last year from HBO. So I'm actually
do 16-bit Christmas and 64-bit.
It could be next year. They could do the in between.
Right.
I'm excited for the Christmas story sequel movie because it's the original cast. Ralphie as like a 55-year-old dude and his whole family, and he's trying to do Christmas with his shitty kids. It's just and all his it's the same brother. His brother comes and visits.
Okay.
Like he's grown up. His friends. All like the bully, they're all back. Us old men, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be fucking amazing. It's gonna be good. That's a good thing we've got from streaming services now. Are Christmas movies? I have noticed that Netflix has put out some good Santa ones. Yeah. HBO's put out a good Christmas movie. Even Disney's put out some decent stuff.
The Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
This year. Yeah. Also.
That'll be terrible though.
That'd be bad.
That's not gonna be good.
No.
I'm really worried about that.
There's a trailer for that, right?
I think there was a first look, but not a trailer.
I think from D23.
Yeah,
they probably
some
showed
stupid
some footage. Yeah.
Let me guess. They're going to give it to someone of ethnic culture because Disney is scared shitless on what's to do right or wrong decisions, and they don't know how to handle it. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying Disney doesn't know how to handle those things and is going to... It's the character, his name will be something like Kris Kringle, but it's close. It'll be like, Chase... Krasinski or some stupid thing like that with the same, you know what I mean? He's gonna have just like Scott Calvin, you know what I mean? It'll be
Chase Kringle.
I mean, SC, it'll be like, Stan, whatever.
Yeah.
It'll be some
Kolowitz. Yeah, whatever.
What a weird. You're Santa now.
Yeah.
I know I spent 3 movies saying I'm gonna do this for eternity, but
and
I'm old now.
There's a new page of the fucking contract that I signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, surprise! I guess I can only be Santa till I'm retirement age. Like, so now why are we pushing people off roofs and having that clause to begin with if it's not an immortal curse? If you can just say,
no,
I'm done being Santa now.
No. Yeah, I'm good.
It's just like Star Wars. It undoes everything from the first 3 movies. The entire premise of the movie was you are Santa until someone else puts until you trick someone else and putting that jacket on.
The Santa awakens. Yeah.
And now it's just like Santa's decided he wants to retire and spend time with his That's literally the premise of the movie. He wants to retire and spend time with his grandkids, so he's got to find a new Santa.
No.
What? No, literally the first movie, the card says like
yeah.
Like you put this fucking jacket on.
And then the fine print. And then the fine print. And you also Jack Frost took over as Santa. You could have just went with it.
If you don't have a wife, you go back to... He literally did everything he could just 15 years to be Santa, and then he's like, I'm done.
Yeah. He also reversed time and changed the universe just so he could become Santa again. But now...
He's done.
He's had enough.
Like Brett Favre? Tom Brady? What's happening?
No, Scott. When you retire...
How about no, Scott? Scotty, don't.
No, Scott. Yeah.
We should
when
absolutely.
When he retires as Santa, he's still going to have to work a regular job because he's going to be 45 again.
Yeah, where's all this money?
No, he doesn't have any.
Yeah, I thought he didn't age because he's cursed with the Santa because when he starts losing his powers in the sequel, he goes back to being regular Scott Calvin.
He has to go work his job. So he's just going to have to go back to the paper company or fucking whatever and work again.
That makes no sense.
You're immortal. So the past 15 years you didn't age.
You don't give it to your son?
Yeah, you don't give it to your son, you shithead, for the past 3 movies.
So you guys can continue to be immortal
Santa?
And be the Santa family? I have so many questions, and I don't know why Disney...
Doesn't his kid have an S name, too? It's like Sean Calvin or whatever.
What is... What is this? Oh, now I'm forgetting his kid's name.
And that kid's grown up now too, so like you could easily just make him fucking Santa.
Make it a family handoff.
I think that's the genius idea.
No,
you don't need to make it
just bring somebody in.
Ethnic, type. Fucking just make it a kid, because that makes the most sense. Because this kid's in the first movie and is like,
giving it to anybody makes no sense, because the entire thing was like, I want to be Santa forever, and then they don't make another thing. If making another thing means just blowing up,
he pulled an Endgame to become Santa again. He changed the universe.
Yeah, he did. He had a time travel. You're right.
And changed the universe so he could become Santa.
So he could retire 20 years later.
No,
Not even. I'm done.
Yeah. What?
No.
Thanos snaps half the universe, and in 10 years he's like, man,
I wish I wouldn't have
kind of digging those people.
Really stupid.
What? Yeah. And I erased all the stones from existence, so I can't undo it.
So stay tuned for that review.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And any guys, how about this? We're going to have this on the podcast, too, because we start putting that up. Anything you guys want to see or us talk about news-wise or hear us bitch about, let us know.
Quick Winnie the Pooh.
The Blood and Honey's coming to theaters.
So, congrats, I guess, for those guys.
Yeah, man. Hey.
That's an achievement.
It is an achievement. They found some distributors. That they haven't said yet.
Now?
I think probably January.
They have to wait a year till next Halloween?
You probably have to wait till after Christmas. No one's going to see that for Christmas.
No, probably not. No, unless they disguise it as a Winnie the Pooh Christmas movie.
This Christmas, join Winnie as he...
Oh, Piglet. Yeah. Under my Christmas, honey. Yeah. All right.
I think we're done.
Did you have a Cinemagasm this week? I sent a game.
Did you send a gum? See you guys next week.
I gotta say, I sent a game.
I'm Cinegumming! Instead of it's like the projector kick on sound.